Everybody, this is Adam Bomb with Adam Bomb Breaks, and we're here for a second look at Topps Update. I mentioned I'd be doing this, and there'll be another one to come that's going to be all about retail. But this time we're going to look at the rookies quickly and concisely, and hopefully help everybody out and make sure that everybody knows what are the good rookies along with everything else. Let's go. That's right. Like I said, the rookies, that's what we're looking at. That's what we want to talk about. And it's going to be from Update, which releases tomorrow. Actually, I'm recording this on Tuesday. I'll produce it on release day. So we're going to look at the best rookies. There's 90 rookies. Unfortunately, half of them are pitchers. You've already heard a lot of people poo-poo on this set, saying, oh, it's not worth it. The rookies aren't any good. Well, I'm going to go through all those tiers. I'm going to make them into tiers, A, B, C, and D tier. A being the best, D being the ones that are part of your fire kindling. Do note, though, in this whole set, remember how good Series 1 was? Remember how good Series 2 was? All those rookies, those good rookies, are going to have debuts in here. Just to name a few, Adley Gunner, Michael Harris, Volpe, Corbin Carroll. Yeah, they're all going to be in this set, and they're going to have debuts. So it's good and bad, right? Everybody's like, oh, the debuts aren't as good. I understand that. But they're still rookie cards of these people, and they will be desirable. All right, this is kind of how it works out. 7 in the first tier, 10 in tier 2. Tier 3, much bigger. This is the C tier. 30 of those, and the last tier has the most. Almost half the people fall in that D tier, tier 4. So let's look at tier 1. These are the guys you're looking for. I kind of took their major league stats besides Michael Busch. That is his minor league stats. He really didn't have it of major league stats. And you can see these are the best of the best. The names you already know. Nolan Jones, he went 20-20 this year quietly in 367 at-bats. That's pretty impressive to me. He's one of the top guys. I don't understand why he's not gotten more love than he already has. Matt McLean, we do know about him because of Ellie, but he's always been the second fiddle. He's the Bo Bichette to the Vladdy in this case. Again, really good partial season in the majors. 16-14, 65 runs scored, and almost 900 OPS. Julian, another guy that got called up midway through the year. Good guy. Not as much speed as the other two, but a good contact hitter, scores lots of runs, hits the ball for long ball. One thing here I will note is his RBIs is a little less than the other two. He doesn't drive in as much. He's more about getting on base and scoring, as you can see. But he also smacks the home runs. Yuri Perez, big time pitching prospect. Grayson Rodriguez is another one. He just came up to the majors and didn't have as much success as Yuri did. Yuri didn't get the wins and losses that you wanted, but his strikeouts, ERA, and WHIP are pointing in the right direction. That's why I have him ranked higher than Grayson Rodriguez, even though Grayson Rodriguez is the top prospect, or was the top prospect when he did come up. Gabriel Moreno, we kind of know about him. He hit a grand slam in the playoffs so far. Been hitting well in the majors, 747 OPS, 7 home runs, 50 RBIs, and about a half a season. Bobby Miller. I don't know why people aren't talking about Bobby Miller. I saw him pitch, and I was like, oh, I want to go pick up an auto of his. He does have autos in Series 1 in the 1998 or 1988 set. But that's it. No base cards. So here he's going to get his first base card, 11-4. 1.1 whip. His strikeouts aren't as high as his innings pitched, but that's okay by me. He'll be just fine doing that. As you can see, 11-4 is pretty nice. ERA is respectable at 3.76. Hopefully that continues to go down. Michael Busch, this is the one you see the little asterisk next to it. That means that it is minor league stats. 27 home runs, 90 RBI, 85 runs scored, and over 1,000 OPS, and almost 400 at bats. So you're talking about 2/3 of a season. Pretty impressive. Again, all these guys are the ones that you're going to want to chase. Dodgers should be a big team, and these other teams will be big as well. I think the Rockies should be valuable. I think just recency bias on them is in the negative direction, so they might not be, but Nolan Jones is the real deal. He does play in Colorado, but he's got speed and power. All right, moving on to tier 2. Here you can see the pitchers are coming out in full effect. We'll kind of just hit on the position players and maybe some of the other guys, some of the pitchers that I think are a little more standout worthy. Matt Mervis, we heard about him. He came up for a little bit, then went back down, continued to knock the ball around. At bats, I kind of messed up there. Put his OPS in twice, but it was basically a better part of a year, 2/3 of a year in the minors. 77 runs and 22 home runs, 78 RBIs, in a 932 OPS. Grayson Rodriguez, big time pitching prospect. The reason I put him here is his ERA was a little high. His whip was a lot higher. So still huge pitching prospect. Should be a good one. Tanner Beebe, he was on the fringe of being an A-. 10-4, 2.98 earned run average, 141 strikeouts, and 1.18 whip. Those are some dang good numbers. If there was a Cy Young for rookies, he would definitely be in the conversation. Zach Neto, we saw him on and off, got hurt, was in the minor some. OPS isn't the most desirable, but 9 home runs, 34 RBI in a short time frame of 289 at bats. That's pretty nice. A B grade there. Another Cubby here, Nelson Velasquez. 888 OPS in a limited number of bats, 162 at bats, but look at those home runs. He was hitting a clip of under a home run per 10 at bats. That's impressive. Now I've seen it before. See Aristides Aquino and the flop that occurs there. So I was a little leery here. I gave him a B- rating because of the low thing. And if you look at his minor league stats, it doesn't look for that. I mean, you're not looking at a guy that hit, 100 home runs in a year and a half or something like that. And then you have some pitchers. I think the best one here is going to be Nardi, but the other ones, Taj Bradley definitely is a good one. He was killing it early on, and then he got rocked. But Nardi for the Marlins, 8-1. Look at those innings pitched to strikeouts. 1.15 whip, under 3 ERA. Nardi could be a good pitching prospect for them. We'll just have to wait and see. And JJ Bleday, big time prospect, came up to the majors, went back down, came up, all that good stuff. Still 25 years old, 256 at bats, only a 665 OPS, but he did look good there for a long stretch. 10 home runs, 27 RBI. You would hope for that the RBI and the runs scored totals would bump up some in that short amount of time frame. Now, tier 3. I ain't going through all these. Look at all these guys. If you kind of want to look through and say, oh, that guy, that guy, that guy. Elar Hernandez looks pretty good with his home runs and his whip, but he's 28. That's what you're going to see a lot here. Sean Bouchard, same thing, over 1,000 OPS in his limited time in the bigs, 27. Same thing, Stefanik, 27. So these are going to be your older guys. They'll do good. They're just not going to be as collectible because there's an age bias when it comes to these rookies. There are some that are in there that could pop. Rocio for the Guardians, he's 22, shortstop. Those are his minor league stats. More of a speed and run scored guy, but that still translates to hobby love sometimes. There is your C tier. Tier 4, the D grades. Yeah, a lot of them. And there's nothing here. You can just see there's a lot of pitchers. Over half these guys are pitchers. There's not a lot to talk about. You got one guy at the top, Blythe Madras, that hit 15 home runs in the minors and 2/3 of the season. But again, I'm not too excited. Dermis Garcia, same thing. A little older than we wanted in the minors. Did not do well, both of them, when they came up to the majors. All right, I hope this did help you guys out. Like I said, not the greatest crop of rookies, but there are good rookies to chase. And then, of course, the debuts. They make up a lot with those. Just there's so many good rookies in this year. We've had 2 good rookie years in a row with last year and this year, 2022, 2023, both good years to collect. McLean, Jones, and Julian, to me, are the big chases. Pitchers are also there, those ones that I mentioned, Yuri Perez and folks, and Michael Busch. Those are your tier 1 guys. Tier 2 has a lot of pitchers, but they're 4 good positional players that people might like to chase as well. Pricing is quite inexpensive for this. At this point, I expect it to actually drop some more because of the dislike for the debuts. So I would say in a month or two, you're going to find hobby boxes in the $80 range, maybe month and a half. And the hobby boxes will be, or the jumbos, I expect to be $150 or less. Decent rookies, like I said, but outstanding rookie debut group. That's why I'm going to continue to give this a 7.5 out of 10. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, join us on Facebook if you'd like. ABB's Bomb Squad Sports Cards information is in the description. We have a website where we launch breaks from, as well as Whatnot app. Follow us on both if you want to get in our breaks. We have football and baseball. And as always, be kind, be nice to those around you, and peace out.